Healthy hair does not just grow on your scalp, but it is built in your blood, your digestion, and your nervous system. And today I'm going to be emphasizing a lot about the blood. This client of mine, 33 years of age, came to me last week complaining of feeling chronically tired and, of course, hair shedding, hair thinning, which she's been experiencing for years. But now she felt like, listen, enough is enough. I need to seek guidance. So she's come on my 1 month container. I'm going to be decoding her blood work. For all those of you who would benefit from this, go grab your recent blood work or get your pen and paper and note down these deficiencies, these suboptimal values and the borderline values, which can help you break down your blood work in the comforts of your own home. Her fasting blood sugar is at 90 milligram per deciliter, which is borderline high. A suboptimal range is 70 to 85. HbA1c kind of confirms that with an elevated value of 5.6%. If you followed my earlier video, I clearly speak about 5.6 being in the range of pre-diabetic, borderline pre-diabetes. Her ferritin is at 7.4, which is critically low. I'll explain the optimal values in the next phase. Her total iron binding capacity is at 48 and unconjugated iron binding capacity is 333, both of which are quite high. Her serum creatine is 0.42, her blood urea nitrogen is 4.9, which is quite low, and so is her creatine, which indicates that either she's not having enough protein in her meal or her body is not absorbing all that protein that she's consuming. Her hormones are also very interesting. Her estradiol is at 54.2. Usually in the late luteal, this value should be lower. Her FSH is 4.6. LH is 12.6. Progesterone 2.18, quite low considering it's a late luteal phase. And to break down her number one driver of hair loss is her iron deficiency. Remember what I said? Your hair is built in your blood. If a ferritin is 7.4, please get it. To grow your hair, you need iron, all right? And if you're looking at growing your hair, this value should be not 40 or 50. It should be between 70 to 100. This is clearly showing that her body is running on near empty stores of iron, and this alone can be a significant reason for her hair shedding and her feeling chronically tired. Her low progesterone is also quite an interesting number because at 33, 2.18 is a very low value because in late luteal, it should be declining from a peak of 10 or above. In her case, it has reached 2.18, which tells us that her corpus luteum, the structure that produces progesterone after ovulation, wasn't strong enough in the cycle. So low progesterone also causes hair shedding, poor sleep, and your PMS symptoms are through the roof. And for a 33-year-old girl to have these symptoms, I would be cautious and I would really start taking care of living a very congruent and integrated and cycle synced life. And if you still don't know what cycle syncing is, go grab my ebook. Estrogen dominance relative to progesterone. Her estradiol at 54.2 is slightly elevated in this case because it's a late luteal phase. And when estrogen is slightly elevated, progesterone is low. This is a relative estrogen dominance case. And this system will feed inflammation, it will impair hair growth, and it will also impair your thyroid's ability to convert hormones, worsening your liver's ability to detox. Remember, the logic of hormones is to use it and then lose it, and the major detox pathway is your liver. And this in itself can drive hair loss independently. Her blood sugar, which remember her fasting blood glucose I said is 90, this and HbA1c of 5.6 are technically in range, but in a functional medicine perspective, they are telling me that her insulin system is working harder than it should. One step above 5.6, she enters her pre-diabetes. When blood sugar isn't well regulated, your body cannot prioritize any anabolic function. Anabolic means building, so it will not build hair follicles. It will just not, it will probably prioritize your absolute non-negotiables in this case. And this is, however, reversible with a very targeted nutrition approach. The last parameter here I want to discuss is low protein. So listen, if you want to make your hair grow, you need the raw material. Hair is made of keratin, which is nothing but protein, with her bun, which is her blood urea nitrogen at 4.9 and creatine at 0.42. They both are low. Together, this clearly indicates that either she's not eating enough protein, and even if she is eating, there is no absorption happening. Hair is made of keratin, I'll emphasize again. So girls, get that protein in every meal. 1/3 of your meal should have lean protein, period. Without adequate amino acids, your body can simply not build new hair, even if everything else is optimized. I'll give her blood purification detox plan in the part 2 of this video.